Hello everyone, welcome back to Overcharged Games. So today I'm going to be doing a tier list on all the different Twisteds in Danny's World because most viewed video is still Danny's World, along with the second most viewed video currently as of recording being Full Display Class Ranking tier list. So I said I'll kind of combine them and do a tier list ranking on the different Twisteds and how hard they are. We have from not a threat to close to impossible. So let's get started. So first one is Boxton. He is the most average thing you can get. I'm gonna put anything that is posing a threat, but still like not that hard is going there. Poppy's going there as well. They're both the same. Shrimpo. So Shrimpo's the first one with anything different. I'll just insert the Cosmo there because they're all the same. Shrimpo. So what he does is he has actually lower speed than these three, but he has a higher attention span. So not sure if it's better, but usually he's not that much harder. Remember, the more to the left is the I'm going to say the more to the left it is, the easier it is. The more to the right is, the harder it is. I'm going to put Shrimpo above them. Honestly like he's one of the more annoying of the ones that are not that hard. Because I guess now I know it's because of his attention span. I did some research before this video to know some more about it. So next one, Tisha. Tisha has like the same stuff as these three. The only difference being that her movement pattern is different, as in she will go to places and stand idle there. So she can't be annoying. She can just sit in front of the last machine you need. But other than that, she's not much harder. I'm gonna put it at like probably the end of the easy tier. Now those were all common twisteds. Now we're going to into uncommon twisteds. I think yeah. So first one is Toodles. So what Toodles does is he apparently has a really low attention span, but she's really fast. She's apparently like the third fastest person in the game. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty like she is very fast, like I said, and yeah, that's about it. But still, it does make it very hard. I'm gonna put it in poses a challenge. Probably like middle to maybe more. Bernie. Here's the only thing that Bernie does. The only thing, other than just glowing red, which is honestly probably more helpful than it hurts you. What Brittany does is she increases the chances of a blackout occurring. So and I found out the way this happens is basically if a blackout wouldn't occur on that floor, she rolls in, and yeah, so it's not by that much. I found a lot of times I gain blackouts when there's no brightening, and on the other side, I'm getting like no blackouts when there is a brightening. So, and also it's not. Honestly, when she's on the floor, it normally makes it easier because normally, like I said, she doesn't increase the chances that much. So I'm also gonna put her below Tisha. Well, no, I'll put her above Tisha because blackouts are really annoying, but she doesn't increase the chances that much. Now, Twisted, Razzle, and Dazzle. So here's what these guys do. Basically, they sit still. There are a couple guys that do not move, and he's one of them. What he does is you can literally just run. You can just walk around him. He has a small area. You can walk inside of it, but if you run inside of it, he gets mad and tries to kill you. Basically, this guy isn't that much of a threat. really like. It's like you know he's there, but he doesn't really do much. So I'm trying to think who else would go in like not a threat other than like honestly the two coming up. I'm also gonna put Razzle Dazzle in not a threat because he doesn't move. You literally just have to not be an A and you'll survive. Next one, Roger. In my opinion, Roger is the easiest guy in the game. When you encounter him, there's no threat. I also found out that you can easily tell which capsules are Roger and which are not because the Roger capsules have no covering on like the middle, while most have like a like well they have something in the middle basically. Don't know how grab how it looks, but it's like yeah, so it makes it pretty obvious where he is. Also, even if you just aren't paying attention, you get caught off guard or something, you can usually just outrun him, and then you can just wait for him to go away, and that basically negates his threat for the rest of the level. So yeah, he is the easiest toon to encounter because he just doesn't do anything. Next one, Tegan. So, here's what Tegan does. Basically, whenever he hits you, he steals tapes. Uh, so yeah, that's about it. She has more. She has a higher speed and higher attention span than most, but she doesn't really do that much. She doesn't pose a threat. She's just annoying. I still could put her at like the bottom of poses a challenge. Finn. So Finn is basically what he does is he whenever you complete a machine while Finn is around, that machine sprays ichor on you and you are slowed. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, and he has like below average speed and stuff like that. The only really thing that the slowness does when you complete a machine is it can sometimes make it hard to get back to the elevator, which is a problem, but it's not really a threat. So I'm gonna put like slightly above Tegan. Now we're on to the rare twisteds, which is which starts out with Goob. Well, so Goob and Scraps are two of the worst tunes in the game, and there's a reason is that they have a range attack. Like very few other people have a range attack, and so Goob is the worst of the two because she has much longer he has a much longer attention span than he has a much longer attention span than Scraps, and also he pulls you in when he grabs you. So basically, he just pulls you in to die. So and it's range, which makes it much worse. So he's definitely at least going in very difficult, maybe even close to impossible. I wouldn't say it's close to impossible, just to give like a impression, but honestly, I'm gonna put him like at the bottom. I don't know many other tunes that are much harder. Scraps is basically the same way, except for she doesn't pull you in. What she does is she just hits you from far away. Probably going at the top of very difficult. She has less attention span than Goob, so you can just run away from her. Uh, so I'm gonna say she was easier. Fleur. So what Fleur does is that she basically never stops moving. Most tunes like stop when they're moving. They don't. Also, or most tunes stop when they're like roaming. She doesn't. Also, apparently, she is like one of the few tunes to like one of the only tunes to be able to spot a player, even if she isn't looking directly at them, which I didn't know. But so that makes her pretty hard. Definitely not as much as Scraps and Goob. It's like somewhere here or here. Honestly, like compared to the ones coming up, I'm gonna put her there. Glisten, not that hard. What she does is like you just have to stay next to her, or else she'll go crazy. That's about it. When she goes crazy, she doesn't do that. She doesn't do that much. Then like she is fast, but as long as you stand next to her for most of the game, you'll be fine because you just really won't encounter her. So probably poses more of a threat than these guys, but Toodles is almost as fast as him, and also doesn't need to be triggered for that to happen. Astro. So what Astro does is if you fail skill check, he'll come over and remove half of the completion. Now that's not that bad. No, the other thing he does is that if he's chasing you, then he'll give you tiredness, which makes you get stamina much slower. So, so yeah, the okay. Basically, he when he's chasing you, he inflicts hurt on you, which lowers your stamina regen speed, which is bad because normally, like I've said before, this when you're getting caught by tunes because you're out of stamina, and he kind of ensures that. But other than that, he's not that bad. I'm gonna put him at the top of poses a challenge. Now, Twisted Pebble. So, what Twisted Pebble does is supposedly his bar. He can use a bark ability to detect players from far away. So I guess that means he can just know where you are if he uses his ability. Apparently, his attention span is very low, but as I already know, he's extremely fast. But you can still outrun him. So I'm gonna put him in probably bottom of very difficult. Next one, Twisted V. More annoying than hard, basically. What she does is every 4 or 5 seconds, she pops up 3 ads that you have to click away. Another thing is that when she starts chasing you, she puts an ad that gives you slowness. It's not that hard. It's like, again, it's more annoying and hard. Honestly, I'm gonna put it right here because she doesn't really do much. Shelly. Now, Twisted Shelly is very hard, actually. So, what she does, first of all, is that everyone on the same floor as her gets the confused effect, which I didn't know about. Like, I think I countered Shelly the first time I played. I haven't countered her since. But apparently, confused buff, a debuff, lowers your speed by 25%. Or extraction speed by 25%. So, yeah. She also has a really high running speed that is similar to Tools, according to the website. So, yeah. She does have somewhat of a lower attention span. But I feel like she's directly above Pebbles because she's fast and probably faster than him. Sprout, new main character, and also probably the easiest. There's only one thing she does, Instead, when she's chasing you, she summons thorns to attack you. Also, she has a low attention span. The thorns, I countered this person once before. The thorns did not hit me once. I was just like, oh, what's that? Oh, well, it didn't do anything, so it's fine. And then, so yeah, that's her only ability. Plus, she has low attention span. It's just that she is really bad for a main character. I'm gonna put her at the bottom of poses a challenge. Now, the last character and the only lethal character. What it does is, so Dandy. First of all, the thing he does is he one shots you, no matter how much HP you have. So that's pretty bad. So you know how to spawn is that you have to get the map by not buying his shop 3 times. What he also does is, along with one shotting you, he like runs towards the sound of a completed machine, which isn't that bad, honestly. For one, though, for the only two in the lethal category, he's not that hard. So honestly, I think Goob might be is probably the winner here. I'm gonna put him. You know what? I'll put him right below Goob. Because the ability of one shot means that like people like Tegan's ability are useless. So yeah, but still, it's not as good as Goob. So there's my first ranking. Let me see how much time I have. You know what? I'm gonna also be doing a ranking on the IM. So let me just get that set up. Hello everyone, we're back. We're doing now the tier list ranking on the IMs. So first one starting out is what is this called again? Protein bar. Okay, so protein bar, what it does is it increases your stamina regen speed by 150%. Really not that good when you think about it, because normally you aren't being chased by someone and going to use this because you have to slow down and regen. And when you're not being chased, why would you use it? Just keep your stamina full. So, not that good. Again, to the left is worse, to the right is better. Trying to think about all the ones there are. I'm gonna put this here. Probably at the top of it, but still. Gumballs, worst end game. The reason be, well, honestly, probably not the worst. There's one more that's worse, but it's definitely worse than the protein bar. Probably not the worst end games. It's not as bad as the protein bar. It's not as good as the protein bar. What it does is whenever you eat, you gain 10% random buff for 3 seconds. You can use it 3 times. Normally, I pick these up and just waste them to get another item because they don't do much. A random effect that lasts for 3 seconds isn't going to do much. You have to get lucky for it to work, and even if it does, it doesn't do much. Chocolate. Now, chocolate is not bad, actually. It's definitely not the best, but it's okay. What it does is it gives you 25 max stamina, and plus 10% walk speed for 10 seconds, which is pretty good. Also, yes, it does give you the 25 stamina, just not just max stamina. So it's pretty good. There's some items that are better, but it's not that bad. Okay, so the next item. The next item is the stopwatch. What it does is it increases skill check window size. Who cares? The only time this would be good is if you're like Shrimpo is someone that has terrible skill checks. Which, if you're Shrimpo, then yes, it is very good because Shrimpo's thing is just a sliver. This makes it much bigger. But still, it's not that good because you're not normally playing as Shrimpo. I'm still gonna put it in like C tier, probably bottom C tier. Speed Candy. Speed Candy is really good. So what it does is, so when you use it, you gain 25% walk and run speed for 5 seconds, which is very useful because it helps you just get out of a bad situation extremely effectively. You just eat it and you go very fast. So it's probably an A item. I'm gonna put it in A tier. There are some items that are definitely better, but it's not bad. Okay, the next one. Instructions. So it increases extraction speed by 50% for 10 seconds when you use it. That's pretty good. Helps you do extraction, but there's some items like the jumper cable that are probably better at doing it, or like the valve, obviously. But it's still pretty good. It's also exclusive to Dandy's shop, while like these are not. Well, this one is, this one's not. But it's still pretty good. I'm gonna put it right here. It does very good at what it does. Stealth Candy, worst. Why would you need to increase your stealth? You don't like go into situations like I'm gonna sneak past this guy. You think I'm gonna wait for this guy to go away so that I can just go get that machine. Because you don't want to be near a guy when he's like, so why would you ever use this? And it doesn't help much that you don't really know how effective it is. So yeah, it goes there. Skill check candy. So what it does is increase skill checks chance, meaning that you get skill checks more often when you use it. That's better. Still not that good. Better than stopwatch, but I'm still gonna put it here. Skill checks are not too important. They're better than like all this other stuff, but not that good. Jumper cable. Very good at extracting machines. There's one that's literally just a better version of it, but still. I'm gonna. What it does is whenever you use it, increase it like gives a large amount of completion to it. So yeah, it's good. I'm not sure which is better, instructions or jumper cable. I'm not sure. Like jumper cable fills it up by like at least like a third, but instructions last a decent amount of time. I'm gonna put jumper cable first. I feel like it's better to just instantly complete a machine than just slowly get better. Now bandage. I'm gonna probably put this here because here's my reasoning. It gives you what it does is it gives you 1 HP on use. Now so what that does is if you get hit, then you can just heal it out. So it basically negates a bad situation. Were all like that? Were all the items other than like these two, or like this, meant all items applying to machines, doing? They're all trying to get out of a bad situation. But why would you need to do that if you just remove the bad situation? So yeah, it's pretty good. Pop. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier, or you know what? Actually, I'm gonna put it right above chocolate. What it does is it gives you 4 or 5 stamina on use, which is actually much better than you would think. Because what it does is like it gives you an extra. What it's exactly what it does. It says it gives you extra 4 or 5 stamina, which allows you to run more. So if you are like right about to get out someone's sight, but you ran out of stamina, you can use it and you just keep going. Enigma candy, just better gumballs. This one is actually good because what it does is it's a 50% RAM effect for 10 seconds, which is not bad. Uh, so yeah, it's not bad. 50% effect can be very effective, but there's items like structures that are just better, and also it's still random. But I'm gonna put it like right above pop, like right there. Air horn. Now, there is a use for air horn, just not for single player, which is normally how I play. But if you're a multiplayer and you're a kiter, which is someone who tries to get the attention of the tunes, then this is very good because it does exactly that. It gets the attention of the tunes. But as a single player person, most of the time, it's not that good for me. I'm gonna still put it at top of C tier because I respect multiplayer strategies, but I play single player. Ball pop, pretty good. Probably. You know what? I'm gonna put Bomb A tier. What it does is it refills your entire stamina bar. While like Pop, it's like okay, so you can run for additional like I don't know, a couple of seconds. This just gives you double the amount of sprint time, which is really good. You know what? Which is better? Probably Pop, honestly, than Speed Candy. But so it's not. I'm not sure which is better. What that or bandages? Because yes, bandages negate bad situation, but if you are getting chased by multiple tunes, then ball pop is better. So I'm gonna put ball pop as slightly better. So there we go. First aid kit, obviously the best I am. Well, yeah, obviously the best. There's nothing that can beat just healing to full HP. It is what it does is it heals you full HP completely. Like if you're at 1 HP, go 3. So yeah, it's very good. It's basically two bandages combined. Box chocolates also really good. So what it does is it's basically you know how chocolate bar it's basically that, but it has 5 uses, making it pretty good. It's honestly really good that it has 5 uses. I'm gonna honestly put it like here because that's basically it gets you out of 5 like really bad situations. You know what? Honestly, it's better than the bandages. Probably not as not sure if it's better than ball of pop. The reason I'm thinking is because it has 5 uses, meaning it's reusable and it gets you out of a bad situation. But still, it's not that bad. Now, eject button. This one, honestly, not that good. Even though it costs 150 tapes and is probably the most expensive item in the game that you can get in the indie shop, not that good. You really like it's what it does is it increases stealth, walk, and run speed by 25%. So it's a panic button. It's literally like a panic. It's literally just a panic button. It lasts for 3 seconds. Like you're barely gonna have enough time to get away. Yeah, you're gonna be able to get away because it increases your stealth as well. But still, it's not that good. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, smoke bomb. Here's what it does. If you're being chased by a tune, you can use it to not be chased by it for 3 more seconds. For 3 seconds. Which basically means you almost always get out of the bad situation if you're using it at the right time. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's better than any item that can get you out of a bad situation. But still, I feel like Ball of Pop is better because it is more permanent and Box of Chocolates is reusable. Now Valve. It's a better version of the jumper cables. What it does is while extracting a machine, you can use it to instantly complete it. I have never actually gone to Valve in game because I've been doing a lot of Danny's runs, but it's very good. It's much better than I thought it would be. So I'm gonna put it at bonus tier, but still, first aid kit is better than just completing a machine. So there's my ice tier list. Here's let's see. here's my Twisted tier list. So there we go. You can leave your opinions and comments, but thank you for watching. If you made this far, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.